Hello, it's me, Jack-a-Lopium. Welcome along. We're here looking at a fresh new game. It released during the week onto Steam, although it's been in early access for about 3 years, I think. Like limited early access. It came through the Steam Greenlight program, and it's been around since about 2017, so it's quite old and decrepit. However, the game itself is nowhere near a kind of oldie worldy experience. What is Troubleshooter? It's got a strange subtitle, which I kind of shrugged my shoulders at. It's called Troubleshooter : Abandoned Children. I didn't really know what that means, but yeah, here we go. What is Troubleshooter? It's an SRPG by Dandelion, which unfortunately not the Noel Fielding character, but it is a South Korean indie studio. And the first thing you'll see is that there are, offline and online modes. We're just going to be concentrating and only looking at the offline features. It is a single player game, but with some online features, because the online stuff would probably take an entire new video on its own. So I think we are just going to continue. This is my company called Jack-a-Lopium, as always. I've been playing about 15 hours. I am nowhere near even, I barely have a foothold in the game, so there's tons and tons of content. The interesting thing is, the story missions seem to be taking me around an hour to complete each mission, that is, which is pretty interesting. These are long old missions. So what do we have here? We are in a bar in the megalopolis of Valhalla, and we are basically like a kind of independent contracting security company, but it's tons of fun. Yeah, and it's full of kind of JRPG and anime battles and situations and characters. We saw a couple on the loading screens. We basically have control of two characters at the moment. Our main character is Albus, this fella here on the left, and our apprentice, which is Sion or Sion, however you want to pronounce it. The way you get to customize your characters is by going into the roster and clicking on the character sheet. And here you have the entirety of his attributes on the right hand side. His equipment, which, as you can see, weapon, body armor, wrist armor, boots, and kind of belt items or pocket items or whatever you want to call it. I managed to get my first piece of legendary gear last time I've been playing, which is a bull charm, which gives me an extra 50 HP. So yeah, this is Albus Bernstein. So the way you customize the guy is either through equipment, or there are several other ways. You could change his abilities around by coming into this window here. He currently has these abilities. Wind Slashes is kind of standard attack, and Gentle Breeze, Fresh Breeze, he's a kind of wind-based swordsman. So yeah, he's a swordsman. He's level 11 so far, and he relies on wind power. The other guy is, Sion or Sion Bloodwalker, who is our apprentice. He is an elementalist. He's still only level 10, but he's not long to go before he levels up. So yeah, as you can see, not spent too long in the game, but it's taken me 15 hours to get to level 10, which is quite something. So I've been teasing the system that we use to customize each character, and that system is the mastery board. So we go into here and we see that for Albus we have a system of basic masteries. They're called masteries, so each mastery that we own is arranged down the right hand side panel there, and they are split into basics, support down here, attack, defense and ability, and each time you level up you should get one or possibly more of these unlocking these mastery slots. So then you just try and build your character with your existing masteries. Of course, because Albus is a swordsman, I've equipped him with sharp blade attack and swordsmaster attack, and because he gets up close and personal, I've decided to give him the lightning reflexes. I've given him a ton of extra HP, and he gets counter attack as well. I found that this is a rather fantastic mastery that you want to probably equip to all of your melee characters. I'm sure we'll get more melee characters as the game progresses. And you also get a 6th category of masteries and they're basically just called mastery sets. So these are sets of your masteries, and they will start off as a mystery. I think you get, yeah, if you click here, there are a total of 60 in total, and like I say, I've unlocked one of those. Probably more by happy accident. The retaliation mastery set. So if you want to recreate the retaliation mastery set in your own games, it is the alacrity basic mastery, the attack mastery of sharp blade, swords master, which is an attack, and counter attack, which is defense. So if you have all 4 of those equipped, you'll open up some extra bonuses of well, dodging, counter attacking. We always hit a target, and we always land a critical strike whenever we counter attack. So that is super powerful for a swordsman, as you can imagine. Not got any on Sion yet, but I am working towards one. I don't know what the 4th slot is. He's got body training, which is an extra HP, ESP powers up, and ASP damage. And so whatever the 4th one is, I'd be happy to know. If you do know the 4th one, please do leave leave the answer in the comments below, or contact me on social media. I think we should have a look at the gameplay. We've got 2 forms of gameplay in the offline mode. We can either go into mission control, or we can take a story mission, which is clicking over here on Sion's handsome mush over here. That will start off a kind of longer story mission, and yeah, those things take an hour. Even some of these in mission control can take an hour, but in the interest of not spoilering, we are going into Fallen Leaves Park, which is the first mission, and that's my kind of grinding mission. So I'm going to send the 2 guys in there. I do need to figure out a new grinding mission because we are well over leveled for it now. That's a level 6 mission, but yeah, I just wanted to show you the mission anyway. Quite long loads because the levels, like I say, are quite large. And I'll let this run. The involvement of the Spoonists are in the Windwall District. National Police declared Spoonism a threat. In response, the Spoonists begin to hide amongst the crime syndicates. So this is Jason. He's the leader of the Spoonist faction, or he's a lieutenant in the Spoonist factions. They are like a kind of criminal gang. They're huge. They're kind of a faux religion where they worship a spoon. So we'll just go through this with his goons talking to Jason. How dare you insult Spoonage? Spoonage, ha! Damn me for being blindsided by a few coins. So the enemies are these kind of Spoonists. Flamists are the kind of magic users. So he wants more money, Jason. What? This is a complete rip-off. And then the kind of gun users are the spoonless minions. So let's give it a start. So at the moment, because there are only 2 of us in the company, we get access to kind of generic police units. They're not too bad. They're kind of one note. They've only got like fire guns or go on Overwatch, and that's the kind of limit of their abilities. So the victory conditions for this mission are to defeat all enemies, and the defeat condition is for all the allies to be out of action. So let's give it a start. You can control the camera with Q and E, you know, move over, and you might recognize this sort of map style or interface or movement interface. The way they move around the map is very similar to the devs themselves. Compare the game to a cross between XCOM and Final Fantasy Tactics. So I'm just going to rush everybody up here in this general direction. So we're getting a sense of sound that we can tell that the bad guys are in the direction where the sound comes from. Again, you would have seen stuff like that in XCOM. I have to admit though, I am not a big fan of XCOM, so I don't know if my strategy credentials will be under threat by saying that. I don't know, but I just never really got on with XCOM. Just gonna send everybody up. The modern XCOM anyway. I quite enjoyed the older one, but the modern one I don't really get on with. We still haven't detected anybody. There they are. We seem to have been detected. Now, we go into our special moves. We can either hit them with a melee hit, which is kind of lightning based. All of our powers are lightning based. Thunderbolt is a kind of ranged attack. We can take out one guy. I think what we're going to do is we're going to ripple flash this time. Slightly lower chance to hit. But we do have the option to hit every one of these guys. I'm going to just take it. Why not? Nah, everybody dodged. Just going to shoot off these, shoot off my guns. So if we send our squad up to take care of these guys, we can hide behind cover, we can hide in bushes, things like that. So they're concentrating on hitting my mage character. So I'm going to fire off Albus's bomb, his multi-area of effect. Don't know if we can hit all of these guys. Yeah, we can. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. We can hit both of them. He dodged again. These guys. These are all fire based and they can light us on fire. So we'll just take these shots from our generic troops. I wouldn't mind a gun user as part of my main team. Obviously for range beats melee. And so there you go. Sometimes you get these masteries being dropped, bounding stride, so that's something we could equip to in the support slot to one of our characters if we so wished. So what should we do here? I think we should... I'm going to send this guy to go and pick up chests. Because we're grinding on this mission, we do want to pick up as many chests as we can. Will we set this off? No, we won't. But we do have to wait 2 turns before our area of attack comes back. I'm just going to shoot at these guys. We've got a 67% chance. Yeah, let's do it. There you go. We managed to get a critical hit and we killed that guy. We have set off, as you might expect. These guys are alerted to our presence and they don't like it much. So we'll send the rest of our minions up in this direction. Oh man. The main kind of clutch of bad guys is over here. This is where the boss Jason is. Yeah, there's another chest. That's what I thought. I thought we'd have another chest. Kinda hope there's no extra bad guys around there. We're too far away to do anything. So I say we get into position for next turn. The turns go by quite quickly, but there are a lot of turns to contend with. You'll always have, like we started off with 15 bad guys on the map to start with, and there are 5 of us, that's 20 guys on a single map. There you go. Oh man, this is not working out very spectacularly. We'll put him down. Like I say, we are quite over leveled, so we can take quite a lot of risks. I'm just going to head here because I don't know if we'll set off another guy. So we can open that chest. The city of Valhalla is pretty sweet. We managed to get some rare sneakers from that. They look like pretty good ones. Not sure I want to go too much further with this guy. I'm gonna get him, send him back and get him into position in regards to the main assault. Right, where is this guy? There. 60%, that's not good. I'm just going to send a thunderbolt his way. There you go. We're finally rolling. We're finally rolling under, which is pretty handy. You do get two kind of action points, if you will. So you can either send the guys up to the blue and then take an attack, or you can run in to the yellow line, and that's your kind of overclocked movement. We use Sion. I can never work out which is the best way to say it. He's got a brother or a sister called Ryan or Rion or yeah, I mean, we've only got kind of normal grade body armor, which is pretty poor. Hey, that's actually quite a good one. I'm going to equip that. That is not a bad one. Yeah, we do need to get some decent body armor at some point. Should be another chest around here, I think. Yeah, sometimes the chests are in different positions. You can see on the floor where we would set off the bad guys, the alert on the bad guys, everywhere where there's an exclamation point. There you go, there's Jason, who's level 10, he's the boss. I'm gonna shoot the Flamist, just because I'm not a big fan of the Flamist. There, we killed him. That was a good shot. That does alert most of the bad guys to our presence, but that's fine. I mean, you can mount a kind of sneak attack. Which can be pretty successful. Let's run this guy up here. He might be able to serve as a kind of meat shield, a makeshift meat shield. He won't do too much damage to Jason, but just kind of chipping off bits of health is the way to go, really. My actual main characters will just make short work of him, really, but I'm going to put him into Overwatch just because he's got such a low chance of hitting. Yeah, 1 extra %. Let's give it a go. I'm pretty sure that even if your minions shoot, the main characters will still get XP. And we'll also get the Mastery drops. So we got Tactical Envelopment. In fact, we got 2 of them. And that is a Mastery, a Support Mastery. Increases hit chance by 15%. So you should probably use there. There you go. I can get both of them. We've got a significantly higher to hit chance. Took care of one of them. Yeah, we'll take this guy out. We'll just use the generic suppressors to get rid of the little guys, which I can't do with this guy, so I'll just chip off a little bit more health on from the boss. Okay, so the boss is in my area, so I'm gonna thunderbolt him into oblivion with Sion. There you go. Wipes him out. That was pretty easy. Like I say, it's the generic troops. You know, you're not really meant to rely on your generic troops. I'm gonna go and grab the other chest with Albus. Thankfully it doesn't use an action if you open a chest. A common HP potion. That is the end of a video alarm. The pathing is pretty good. So the generic AIs do work fairly well. Ooh, not enough vigor, so we have to heal up our vigor. From time to time, vigor is like our energy that allows us to perform our actions. So we'll run up and use our melee again with Albus. There you go, we didn't quite kill him there. We go into an overcharge status with Albus, which means we get a buff to all of our stats, which is pretty handy. Gives us more accuracy as well, so this should put down the last guy, and that will win the last, and that will win the mission. So there you go. That took 23 minutes. It wasn't optimal, but that's how long the missions last. Even a kind of grinding mission will last 22 minutes, so it's not really a kind of pick up and play for 5 minutes game. Even though you can save mid-mission and quit out of the game mid-mission, which is pretty handy. Like I say, the story missions can last up to an hour. Sion needs to get paid again at some point. There is a kind of overarching kind of goal as well to fill in our activity report. As a small company of mercenaries basically, or security guards, private contracting security guards, we get a number of jurisdictions. We start off with 2, and so I filled the first 2. The first one is Silver Cloud Residence, second one being Pugo Street, and there you go. Every month we get 1,000 and $2,000. They also can give us various boons like extra intelligence or kind of rare armor pieces, which can be handy. Overall, I think this is a fantastic game. Really enjoying it so far, and I really just want to get back to playing it now. So that's why I wanted to record the video as quickly as possible, so I can get back to grinding with my young lads there. Alright, I'm going to sign off. Bye for now.
Too risky, so close to the earth.
Idiots.